Hey, good afternoon. And I can't believe it, but it's day 80 and I'm on my journey. Thanks for coming along for the ride, and it has been a ride, all right. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff happening, but the good news is I have had no nausea. I do not need to take those nausea pills. And that makes me feel wonderful most of the week, actually, for the most part. I have been having some like really weird stuff happening, which is why this journey is so interesting to me. For example, I had some allergy stuff going on after the chemo the last couple of times, and so I had to take extra Benadryl. And you know how Benadryl is; it puts you right out. I mean, you're just exhausted and immediately. So this last week I had to use it like 3 times, but this time I had my chemo on Monday. I've had no side effects of that at all. So I am so excited about that. I can't even tell you. I'm also having some sun craziness when I ride in the car. Um, I've always had um, a real light sensitivity, my eyes especially. Well, this is like 20 times worse than that. And so I'm able to ride in the car in the middle of the day anyway, I'll explain all that. Anyway, for about 20 minutes maximum. Thank God my appointment is only 20 minutes away and 20 minutes back, and I can manage it. So that's good. But what happens is, and it's in the my appointment in the morning is pretty easy for the most part. I think it was only one day that I felt I had to protect myself from the sun, and that's exactly what it felt like. I had to protect myself, and I put my sweatshirt up over me to hide myself from the sun. I just couldn't handle it that day. But that's what it's like in the middle of the day when the sun is shining brightly, which it does at this time of the year. I've the glare from the car and passing trees and all that other stuff is it's like a strobe light for somebody who has it's that has seizures or something. It just doesn't work well, and that's what it's like for me, and it's very, very unsettling to say the least. And so I really am always ready to get home. And I try not to go out during that time of the day unless it is overcast and cloudy, something like that. So I don't travel very far all of a sudden. It seems a little odd to me, but well, a couple more weeks and I'll be done with this, okay? And then this is the best part, the cough. Oh my God. These excess mucus, you got to cough this stuff up. And it's always clear. It's not an issue, but cough, 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 cough. That's what it's like. It's like, oh, please, you just, and now I'm taking Mucinex, which helps to some degree. Just the expectorant, it helps get it up a little bit. But I always feel like I'm trying to cough up a hairball. It's just, you just got to work at it till it comes up, and that's the way it is. So that gets to be a little crazy. And the other thing I've discovered is that if I allow myself to get too tired, I am icy cold. I am like an ice chunk. And so I have to put socks on and everything and crawl under the covers and whatever. But so I try not to do that anymore. I go to radiation in the morning. I come home. I lay in bed for a couple hours, just not even that I have to sleep, but just to rest my body. And I do that throughout the day. I do something, I lay down and I rest. Get up, do something, lay down and rest. So that's kind of what my day is like, and that's okay. The other thing that I have going on is it's one of the side effects of chemo for me. It's an odd one though. It's under the skin, and it's like this whole blotchiness. I don't even know how to describe it. There's actually pictures of it, and there's a name for it, but it's too big of a name for me to even remember. There's no raised rash with it, and it's not itchy. So it doesn't. It's just the look of it. It's the appearance. I have it on my arms, on my stomach, on my legs, every place. My back. Not so much my lower arms, but today it looks pretty quiet, which is good. And that's one of the side effects too. So anyway, that doesn't bother me a bit because, well, appearance, whatever, that's the way life goes. And I've had no real hair loss yet. And they really told me, you will lose your hair with the drugs that you're on. Well, I'm still waiting. I've had my 6th appointment, which was supposed to be my last appointment, but he reserved the right to do one more, I guess. And because of the 4th of July, they had to extend one day for radiation, which will be next Monday. So he's reserving the right to do a 7th treatment, chemo treatment. So at first I was really kind of upset about it. I said, this is a mistake. This is a mistake. No. Well, I've gotten kind of used to it now. So it's okay. There it is, the cough. Isn't that a great one? Anyway, so we'll see what happens next Monday. Will be my very last appointment for both chemo, if I have a chemo treatment, and radiation. So I couldn't ring the bell last Monday. I went ready to ring that bell, and I was really going to ring it. So I dressed for the event. I've got to show you this. I hope you're going to love it. This is what I was loaned by my sweet little great-granddaughter. And it's got a little veil. You understand. You got to fluff it around a little bit just to make it perfect. But the whole chemo section, they just all love it. Every week I go in with these different ears, and and it's just a really kind of a fun event, and whatever. But they really love this whole thing. So, so now next time, I can't wear it again because I have never worn one twice. So next time I've got another one. I'll show you that next week. But this is the way it is for me. And the whole thing has been kind of fun. And this week we delivered some cookies that for each of the departments, because the front desk, they see me coming down the steps, and they're like waving to me when I come in. So I go to that particular person or whatever. She's usually got my armband made and everything else, and it's really kind of an exciting, it's really nice to be greeted that way. And the reason that they greet me that way is because I always tell them the joke of the day, and I show them my ears, like on the days that I'm wearing the ears, which is the chemo days. So that makes it kind of fun for me just to have that. And so we gave them cookies, which they love them. And then we went to the radiation department, gave them their cookies, and they were just so thrilled. And today they were telling us how much they enjoyed them. They were just so delicious. And of course they are. My granddaughter, who is the best baker in the world, and her mother are the ones that made them. And they cannot be beat. They melt in your mouth. And they're perfect. Every time, every cookie is perfect. Oh my God, it's amazing. So anyway, that was, and we did deliver them also to the the chemo section. So anyway, I kind of feel like I've made some kind of good friends with all of them. At least passing acquaintances and whatever. So that's the fun part of it. So I've only got 4 days left. 4 days left. I'm so excited. I can't tell you how excited I am. And as you can tell, this is a good, steroid day for me, because I feel really up about it, and my steroids are working, and I'm kind of liking it, actually. So I have something to read to you, and I know that there's someone that has been telling me when you read something, it'd be nice if you could show us while you read it, but I can't do that because I can't memorize it. So, sorry, you're going to have to put up with me. So, this is the thought for the day. If the world were going more smoothly, if life were growing easier, it wouldn't matter so much which way we were turning. But most of us feel that the world is deteriorating, and we don't expect it to be improving anytime soon. because this is a difficult time for so many, and we need a better way to be with hardships and devastation. We can turn away or we can turn toward. Those are the only two choices we have. And you know, when you think about the hardships that we go through in our life at the same time, you know, we have the choice. We can turn away from them or we can turn towards them and work with them and do something about them. And I should tell you also that my husband ended up in the hospital on Sunday, Harry. And so he's been diagnosed with, well, I'm going to say it's chronic heart failure, but it's congestive heart failure is what it is. So we need to be he's on a diuretic at this time, and so we've got to be extremely careful about how that works for him. It may not work for him. Oh boy. So it's kind of like going back to square one. But he came home, his spirits are up, and he's always been like the Energizer Bunny. So he just keeps on ticking, keeps on going, and that's how he is. And so I expect that's the way it's going to be. So we don't have too many changes except adding a pill. Not that I like adding a pill, believe me, that's the last thing I want in my life, or for him, to be honest with you. So we'll deal with it like we always do. We'll turn towards it and not away from it. How's that? You make your choice today, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.